which is also a big area and a very important area, is the social emotional. So that's kind of where we've been bombarded lately, and that kind of connects with the presentation that Ms. Harris just gave. We have a lot of students right now with social emotional concerns and issues, and I'm talking depression, I'm talking anxiety, I'm talking stress, all of those things that we as humans do, whether we're adults or whether we're young people, that we experience, and unfortunately those things get in the way of the learning, right? And that's where we want to intervene, and we want to make sure we're supporting our students in that way. So as a counseling department, we put out a weekly message. So this kind of addresses Nydia's question in how students are reminded. So we put out a weekly message on Wellness Wednesday. So we've designated Wednesdays as Wellness Wednesday, as a day to kind of think about our wellness, think about our health, think about our mental health. And one of our counselors here has dedicated her time to that, and that's Ms. Elizabeth Luan-Singh Garcia. She sends out a message that goes out to all students with tips, with ideas, with reinforcements, positive affirmations, things that students can kind of look at, and if they're struggling with something, it's something that could help them. But the more important thing is that there's also resources there as well on a weekly basis if a student really does need to reach out to somebody and is struggling with some kind of mental health issue, some social emotional issue. We do provide that info at a glance and a link and stuff like that, where it makes it real easy for students to reach out to their counselor, to a school psychologist, or to an administrator if it is that they're dealing with some of those things. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That same counselor is our techie counselor, and Ms. Luan-Singh also, she manages all of our social media outlets, and she puts out constantly, she's putting out different messages in terms of social emotional. So just know that students are being reminded through social media. We have our Twitter account, we have our Facebook and our Instagram, and I think we have TikTok now, which is all the stuff everybody's using. That's a little beyond me, but we have Ms. Luan-Singh who's real hip to that, and she's really reaching students in that way. And it's been a positive thing. So I just wanted to know we are sending these messages to students on a weekly basis. So just kind of moving forward, I want to talk a little bit about our seniors. So with our seniors, we are in the middle and in the thick of college applications, FAFSA, and if your child is a senior, be sure that they are on top of these things. If they have any questions in terms of the FAFSA or college applications, come in and talk to us. The FAFSA is very important because the FAFSA application, if you don't know, is the application that needs to be filled out by every student in order for them to receive any financial aid once they leave high school and they graduate from high school and go to college, community college, trade school. The FAFSA application encompasses a lot of things they may want to do after high school, not just college, because there's some students that say, I'm not going to fill out the FAFSA because I'm not going to college. But it really does encompass many other things. If you want to go to a trade school, if you want to get any type of short training, there's government money that can still be available to students, but you need to fill out the FAFSA. So that's important, and we're definitely working with all our seniors to get them grad ready. Graduation will be here before we know it. So that's why tensions are running high with a lot of students right now, especially our seniors. So we want to make sure that they know that we are available here for them. Semester 2 is coming to an end. So just know that as soon as we get back from semester 1 and we start semester 2, semester 1 is coming to an end. As soon as we get back in semester 2, just know that pre-registration starts. So we're going to start working with our students to create their schedules for the following year. So that's a very important time. So I just want parents to know that that's what's going to be happening, kind of to know that timeline of what's happening as we move through second semester. And yes, second semester moves very fast. And before we know it, June will be here. So the last thing is here, I always invite parents to come and look at our SUHI counseling web page, which is what Mr. Hernandez just put here on the screen. On this web page, you have everything I just mentioned and a ton more of information that we put out as counselors. Some of our Twitter feeds are there, as you can see. And this page is important because this is where you can see who your child's counselor is. We are broken down by alphabet, so you can see that there. And you also see, I think if you scroll down a little, Mr. Hernandez, you can see our information there with our phone number or our emails, and you can contact us there. And you have a nice, cool little picture. There I am there. I'm looking good wearing my tie. So yeah, you can definitely reach out to your counselor by using this page. And we have a lot of other things. If you go to the tabs up top, there's a lot of other information there as well. Such as I talked about financial aid a second ago. So scholarships and financial aid is there. All the information you need there. The graduation requirements are there, community service, so on and so forth. So I just want to leave you with the idea and the encouragement that please reach out to us if you have any questions. Obviously, I just said a lot, and I can only do so much in these few minutes, but if there's something you missed, something that if there's a question you have, please reach out to us. At this point, I'll take any questions. If you want to unmute yourself, put it in the chat. I don't know if there's anything for me there. And we are doing post-secondary planning for our 11th graders. We will be working on that as soon as we get back in second semester. And that goes back with what I said, right? We work in the area of college and career. So we will be doing post-secondary planning for all of our 11th graders. Any questions? Okay, well, you guys have a great morning. And again, if you think of something else after this, please go ahead and reach out to us. Thank you. You guys have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Always so much going on in our counseling center, providing a lot of support to our students throughout the year. So we always thank our wonderful counselors for that. All right, next we have Mr. Toms, who's going to give us an update on what's going on in our Parents Center. Mr. Toms.
Thank you. I almost forgot to unmute again. Yeah, hi, my name is Mr. Toms, Kenneth Toms. I am the new Targeted Support Resource Teacher here at Sweetwater High School. And Parent Center updates. Ms. Alma Garcia, who is our Parent Center Coordinator, did a fantastic job in developing a new parent newsletter. It started off last month, so this is our second month putting it out. So if you want to peruse the parent newsletter, it is on the school website. On the first page, we have Dr. Gavin with Principal's Message. If you scroll down through it, you'll see the assistant principals, Ms. Gutierrez, Mr. Horner, Dr. Salazar, and Ms. Morris. There's an article on the advanced placement program that should be for a lot of you parents whose kids are in the AP program. And then the counselors, as Mr. Marco Garcia had just went through. You can keep going. Again, it has all the emails and contact information for everybody. Integrated Services team, myself, Ms. Iniguez, Ms. Martinez, and Mr. Hernandez. Within what's new from the integrated services is we have an updated parent engagement policy that we just revised this year. So parents, if you would like to read through that, we have it uploaded in English and in Spanish. So it is really a great document on how we work together as a team, teachers, administration, counselors, parents, and students, all striving for one thing, and that's the success of every student here at Sweetwater High School. So please read through that when you get a chance. We have our parent committee, Ms. Alma Patricia Gomez, Mr. Juan Ray Vega, and Ms. Griselda Delgado. And again, here we are, Coffee with the Principal. So if you ever did not get a phone call or a text message, you can go to this parent newsletter and you can find the meeting link or the QR code. They both work and they'll get you with the monthly coffee to the principal meeting. And there's some updates. You have Miss Morris, you have the after school program of Miss Griggs. And then you have all the meeting dates. Can you scroll back down for that for a sec? Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. As you can see, we do have an SSE meeting. We have first of all, we have a healthy talk coming up with Dr. Gavin on Wednesday, the 8th, from 8 to 8:45. And if you could meet in front of the Parent Center, you'd have to come through the main office though and check in. So if you want to participate in the healthy talk, please show up just a little early to go through the process of checking in and then meeting.
Mr. Tom, can I tell them what healthy talk is?
Sorry, go ahead, Dr. Gavin.
Thank you. So healthy talk is really, there go my lights. Healthy talk is just another platform that we use for our parents, where you basically meet with me in front of the Parent Center and we go for a walk. We walk the exterior of the campus. So we meet in front of the Parent Center, walk the outside all the way around the campus, which is exactly 1 mile. So bring your walking shoes. And we don't go at a very fast pace, so don't worry about having to go at a very fast pace. And we basically walk and talk. So we get a little bit of exercise, and then you can ask any questions or express any concerns you may have. And it's not just me, but we usually have counselors that join us also. Our attendance coordinator joined us last month. Sometimes our assistant principals. We have different people from campus that join us. So that way, if you have any questions or you need any suggestions or guidance that you might need with your students, please join us. So it's kind of similar to Coffee with the Principal, where you can ask questions, but it's a little more informal and we get a little exercise. So that's why we call it Healthy Talk. And again, that's next Wednesday. We do it once a month on a Wednesday. The next one is December 8th. And we just meet in front of the Parent Center and we walk the outside of the campus. And then we do ask that you wear a mask. We all wear masks just for extra protection. But hopefully I can see some of you there on Wednesday. Thank you, Mr. Thoms.
You're welcome. And then the next day, right after the Healthy Talk, you have a parent meeting. We have a parent meeting from 10 to 11. And then that's next week.
That's with Mr. Horner. He covers all safety questions and gives updates to the parents on what we're doing on campus to ensure the safety of our students. For example, yesterday we had a fire drill and an earthquake drill. Today we're going to have a lockdown drill. You know, what do we do in case there's a lockdown? What do we do in case there's, you know, someone on campus that's not supposed to be here and we go under lock? So that's something that he reviews with parents on a monthly basis.
Okay. The following week on December 16th, we have an SSC meeting, a school site council. And if you're really interested in where funds get allocated, according to the site plan for student achievement, this is a great meeting to attend. We talk about programs that would help students in academic achievement. And that is in the afternoon from 3 to 4 p.m. You can scroll down, Mr. Hernandez. And then we have a parent committee meeting on December 14th. That's a Tuesday, not next week, but the week after. So all parents are highly encouraged to attend that meeting. It's in the morning from 8:30 to 9:30. So it's just about the same time as this meeting takes place. There are no ELAC and Title I meetings this month. They will resume next month on the 28th. And they are back-to-back meetings starting at 9 to 10 for the ELAC and then 10:10 to 11:10 for the Title I. And I think, can you scroll back down just to, there you go. There are, as Mr. Garcia, I'm sure went through, their virtual chats with the parents with SUHI counselors. And then if you can see the dates on that, the next one is February 23rd. So you have a little bit of time to the next virtual chat counselor. Our attendance coordinator is Mr. Lada. and his contact information is there. And then we have for sports, we have our athletic director, Mr. Irvin Hernandez, whose contact information is there. If any of your students are interested in any sports, please contact Mr. Hernandez, and he will get you on the path to paperwork for being eligible. A little bit of ASB, you have yearbook orders already in. And then Mr. Michael Garcia is the new librarian this year, and there's some contact information for him. And school safety restorative practices, which Mr. Garcia, the librarian, is also part of. And if you have anything that you would like or have any questions about with the parent newsletter or anything with the Parent Center, please contact Ms. Alma Martinez, and her contact information, phone number, and email are there. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate that information. Now, at this time, are there any general questions that our parents have for me or anyone here at the meeting? ¿Hay preguntas de nuestros papás? Ya sé que les dimos bastante información. I know we gave you a lot of information, so hopefully that's useful. And then, as usual, we do record these meetings and post them on our school website where you can access them. I believe they're under the parent tab. So if you missed any information or you need to review any of this information, you can always go back to the recording. So you can always put your questions in the chat or unmute. But if there aren't any questions, oh, is there a question? Isabel.
Sí, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Sí, escuché algo acerca de los jóvenes tienen que acercarse con su consejero para que ya vayan planeando las clases para el siguiente semestre.
Así es, señor Isabel. En el segundo semestre, empezando en febrero, vamos a empezar ese proceso donde los estudiantes van a hablar con sus consejeros para empezar a planear para el próximo año en escoger sus clases. Así es.
Oh, ok, es en febrero, ¿no? Yo creí escuchar que en diciembre.
No,
Bueno,
el proceso empieza en febrero.
ok, muchas gracias.
De nada.
Disculpe, yo tengo una pregunta.
¿Sí?
Sí, mira, mi nombre es Isabel Sánchez. Mi pregunta es, veo muchos correos electrónicos que me mandan de que mi niña está en clases especiales y que tiene que hacer una prueba de IP que cuesta $40. Yo le pregunto a ella y me dice que no hay ninguna prueba, que a nadie le están exigiendo una prueba. ¿Me podrían asesorar más sobre esa prueba? Yo nunca había pagado por unos exámenes para la niña.
Sí, no, ¿usted está recibiendo ese mensaje de nuestra escuela?
Ajá, me lo mandan por Sweetwater y que le llame, no sé si al señor del Rosario o no me acuerdo, pero es una persona que si quería más información podría hablar con esa persona. Y ahorita me estoy recordando, porque yo le pregunté a mi hija y me dice, no mami, a mí no me están exigiendo, ni nadie del salón de nuestro grupo están
No.
haciendo exámenes.
Sí, nosotros nunca vamos a pedir dinero para dar un examen. Y cuando se les hace un examen a estudiantes, sea por su IEP o en clase, eso siempre es gratis y se lo hace a los estudiantes durante el horario escolar. Si su hija tiene un IEP y quiere asegurar o tiene preguntas, puede comunicarse con la psicóloga Marisela Herrich, que estaba aquí al principio de la junta, o si llama a la escuela y pide hablar con la psicóloga, la pueden mandar con ella para asegurar si hay un examen que tiene que tomar su hija, pero nosotros nunca pedimos dinero por exámenes o cualquier servicio que damos, nunca se pide dinero a los papás o estudiantes, todo siempre es gratis.
Sí, se me hizo raro y muy exigente y bastantes correos electrónicos. Entonces dije, ok, ahorita voy a preguntar si es verdad que se paga y que si es importante o que se tenía que hacer a fuerzas de este examen. Pues voy a llamar con la psicóloga para que me informe a ver qué pasa y le voy a mandar los correos que me están mandando porque dice Sweetwater y hasta, y me mandan un número. Tengo que llamar para que me den más información.
Sí, a veces usan el nombre Sweetwater para que usted piense que viene de la escuela, pero tal vez es otra organización. Entonces es mejor si habla con la psicóloga y le hace forward ese correo electrónico para que ella lo vea, porque no queremos que nuestros papás piensen que viene de nosotros y empiecen a pagar dinero. Nunca se les va a pedir eso.
Ok. Pues muchas gracias, señora Gaben. Voy a hablar con la psicóloga. Gracias.
Muy bien, a usted, gracias. Okay, any other questions? And like I always say, if you forget to ask a question during coffee with the principal, please don't feel like you have to wait until next month to reach out and ask your question. We're always available to you. You can call the school, you can email us. Usually email is the quickest, but if it's easier for you to call, give us a call and we will certainly get back to you and answer your questions. I never want parents to go for weeks having a question and not getting their answer. So with that, I want to wish you. Oh, go ahead.
Dr. Gavin, can I just say, I think that question from Ms. Isabel Sanchez was a great one. So if we can just translate that in English for the parents that didn't understand.
Yes.
What she asked is that she's getting emails that are asking her to possibly pay $40 for an exam that the district is asking for. So the message is that the district will never ask students or parents to pay anything for any exam. So I just think that's an important message that, you know, we all kind of remind parents that the district will never ask for money or for payment for any type of exam or service that we offer as a public school. So that was a great question. And I'm glad Ms. Isabel Sanchez brought that up, just to clarify that.
Yes, and thank you for reminding me to make sure we say that in English, because we want to make sure everyone understands that our school and our district will never ask our families to pay any money for any service, whether it's a test or like a counseling session or anything that we provide. That is all free, and all children are entitled to a free education. So we will never ask you for money. And if sometimes it may say Sweetwater to make you believe it's coming from Sweetwater High School or from the Sweetwater district, but sometimes those can be scams. So please be aware of that. If you ever have any doubt, always call the school and talk to someone, and you can forward us the email and we can let you know if it's legitimate or not. And then just a final reminder as we close our meeting today, please make sure that you sign in. Ms. Denise just put the link in the chat. So if you haven't signed in, please do that. It's very easy. It takes about 15 seconds. You just click on the link, you type in your name, your student's name, your phone number, and then we can make sure we have a record of everyone who's here. It's very important for us to have a record because then we know, how many of our families are joining us for our meetings, and that it motivates us to continue to provide these meetings because you're showing up. So we want to make sure we give you credit for showing up. So if you can please take a minute, less than a minute, it's like 15 seconds, to go ahead and sign in. Si por favor pueden ir al enlace que está en el chat y registrarse por estar aquí en esta junta. I want to make sure everyone does that. And finally, I want to wish everyone very happy holidays. I know this is the month where we celebrate a lot of holidays, and it's almost the end of the year. I can't believe it's almost the end of 2021. I just got used to writing 2021 in all my forms and signatures, and now I have to get used to writing 2022 very soon. So please have a wonderful and safe holiday. We wish you well, to you and your family. Enjoy the time off with your children. Embrace that time you have with your children. I know they're not always going to be at home with you. They're going to go off to college and start their careers. So enjoy that time with them. And then we'll see everyone back. Students return on January 11th. So the teachers return on January 10th, but students return on January 11th. And we'll send a reminder. We'll send a reminder email and phone call home so students know they're supposed to come back in the new year. All right, so have a wonderful rest of your morning and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you at the next meeting. Thank you.